Hey guys, Zerkaa here and welcome back to my Millwall career mode series. And if you want to get some ultimate team coins, check out FIFA UT coin store for a cheap, reliable and automated service. Now that's out of the way, let's go into the video. So basically, my scout report come back with a player called Michael Antonio. I didn't show you in a previous episode, but he was a player that seemed like he could be pretty good, so I put in an inquiry for him, to which they replied, they wanted, Sheffield Wednesday this is, wanted 2.8 million for their player. It's a lot of money for a player from Sheffield Wednesday, to be honest. Obviously Sheffield Wednesday aren't the biggest of championship clubs. Well, they are actually, they were a huge club. But yeah, so I wasn't going to be paying anything like that because my transfer budget is only 2.5 million, so I have nowhere near enough money to afford a player like that. I got an offer in for Niall McManus, one of my youth players, to go out on loan to Crewe Alexandra for the whole season, so I accepted that one. And in addition to that, we then go and look at some other players that we had scouted. Now, there's a player that stood out from the rest, and that is Nabry. And he stood out for two reasons. One, because his stats look good, as you can see all those greens there, but also because I had seen him on Foothead, and I had also seen him in the comments of the first episode yesterday. So I knew he was going to be a good player. As you can see that again, my objective was to finish high up in the table. I also like this player conversation thing they've added. Hopefully it could be quite useful, and you could see what your players actually want. You can kind of have like these interactions with your players. Another player that I went to look out for from Foothead, and some of your comments as well, is this guy called Backley. I think he plays for PSV. I think I'll correct myself if I'm wrong here. No, he does play for PSV. He's 17 years old, and apparently he has potential to hit over 90 or just under 90. So obviously I'm going to put in an inquiry for him, but again, most likely going to be a player that I can't afford. One thing that stood out to me was the fact that he's 5'3", so he's not that big of a player. We're going to our first friendly of the episode, and that is against Zenit St. Petersburg. Obviously got some great players like Hulk, Danny, just to name a few. So I'm going to put Jack Butland in goal for this one, so I've got Jack Butland on loan. And I'm going to put Danny Shitu into the subs bench because he was knackered from the previous game. So obviously this one's going to be a very tough game, and for me to come out of anything from this friendly was just going to be rare anyway, purely because of the strength of Zenit St. Petersburg themselves. We put up a good fight to start off. Trotter plays the ball here to Bailey, who then plays it across to McDonald, and that lovely 4-3-3 there. One thing I like about this 4-3-3 is that, I don't know, I feel like your wingers are really good. I think you can stretch with the 4-3-3. I think this game is like in FIFA 14. I think this game is a lot about stretching your opponent, being able to like move their defense from one side of the pitch to the other, because you can switch the ball really easily. And obviously they just scored there. But go back to what I was saying, the fact that you want to stretch your opponent, and the 3-5-2. It's pretty susceptible to actually getting stretched because we've got those three centre backs. And obviously 3-5-2 is a formation that I've stuck with since FIFA 11, I believe it was. And this year, for the first time, I actually don't think it's that good. We'll see how the game develops. But anyway, we was losing 1-0. Not really much to show you in this game. See, I had that that kind of looped header there that hit the crossbar. We then carry on moving. They went and counter-attacked. Witzel played to Danny, who then played it back to Witzel. I've got Ed Witzel as well. You have Kurzkov, so a great side. Kurzkov, Witzel, Danny, Hulk. But anyway, Kurzkov plays it to Hulk there, makes it 2-0, rounds off the game, finishes off the friendly. All in all, a pretty fair result. They dominated a lot of possession, didn't create too many chances, and neither did I. The chances that I created were few and far between. So I can't be too disappointed, because I said they're a great side, a very solid side. I can't really be expecting to beat them with the Millwall side that I currently have. Even the Millwall side is a lot stronger than it was in the previous season we've done this career mode series. Obviously I want to try and strengthen it, but our transfer budget isn't that big. There we go. We're back to our message here, and you'll see that inquiry I put in for Nabry, the 18-year-old winger from Arsenal, has a lot of potential. They wanted 850k for him. Seems fair enough for a player of his potential, and obviously it fits my transfer budget, so I went ahead and put a bid on him. We then got a reply for our Backley inquiry, and they wanted 7 million for him. So even though he may be a player with a lot of potential, it seems like PSV are already under the impression that he is one of those players. So the likelihood of getting him actually to buy just seems impossible right now, because I'm not going to have that much money ever anytime soon. So I thought, well, you know what, I'll go in and I'll put in a loan for him. Even though he plays in the same position that Nabry plays in, I could probably have him for a season on loan. Just use him, see if he actually does anything. And maybe, I don't know, one of the things, like, same with players like Bittencourt we did last year, got him on loan, eventually ended up signing him. With this one, I don't really think I'm ever gonna get around to signing him, but at least I can try, and I might as well just try and get him on loan, just for the sake of getting him on loan. Let's go into our second friendly of the episode, and this one is against SV Grodig. I'm not too sure what league they play in. It sounds like somewhat, I don't know what, I can't even put a finger on what it might be, where what country they may be from. But regardless, Morrison battles it out in the 3rd minute there, gets a bit lucky and the ball falls to him again. The defender, well, kind of one of those goals you would expect to concede online, one of the things where your defender touches the ball and their attacker uses their momentum to get past you and then scores. Morrison scored his first goal of the game there, and that's like his 3rd goal he's scored for us so far out of the 3 friendlies. Not too far after that, Bailey had a finesse there that actually went quite close, and it was from quite far out. Morrison gets the ball in the 13th minute and gets pulled down. A bit of a susceptible penalty, a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for here? A bit of a weak penalty for them to give away, because he kind of just shot and just fell over. If anything, it looked like a dive. You'll watch it here. See the replay, gets the ball and just goes to shoot, but just like falls. It looks like he tripped over his own foot. Regardless, obviously, I'm going to take that. So I'm going to put Morrison on it because he won it. I kind of like, that's the kind of thing that I do. Whoever kind of wins the penalty, I give it to them regardless of who it is. And Morrison won that and scored his 2nd goal of the game and his 4th goal for us in the friendlies so far. Move on to his 44th minute here. A nice little ball to Abdu there, who plays it across. McDonald goes for the diving header and actually gives away a foul for a diving header, which is a bit dumb. Thought I'd keep that in there. James Henry runs down the right hand side here not too long after that. There's a double tap cross in, and my phone's going off. But that bicycle there from Liam Trotter was just, that was close. That could have been really good there. And one thing I've noticed in this game is that I tend to have a lot of bicycle kicks. I think it's because when in previous FIFAs, I always seem to hold down LT and spam B for headers, don't know why. And that obviously causes you to do bicycle kicks. Look at this goal here. Morrison chests it down, and then that volley there, that nice new volley animation they've got. And that was beautiful. That caps off a great way to cap off a hat trick for Steve Morrison there. His 5th goal for us in the friendlies. Nice little ball over the top to him. Chests it down, and that great volley there. Pretty decent goal. I was pretty impressed with that. That game ended 3-1. Don't think, did I show their goal? I'm not too sure if I showed their goal or not. But regardless, that game ended 3-1. So not too bad of a result. And obviously, the fact that Morrison's getting on the score sheet is good. We want to get some more players scoring goals, and that's the thing. Maybe I'm thinking this 4-3-3. It may end up being that only Morrison scores goals. I know in the Ultimate Team, I've got a BPL team, and it's got Benteke up top. It seems like only Benteke ever scores goals. So we have to see what we can do about that. So I've got I accepted our offer, 850k offer for Nabry. So that puts us into contract talks with him, and I'm going to submit this contract now, and we're going to see if he accepts it. I think I might leave it on a cliffhanger. I think I might leave you waiting till the next episode to see if he accepts it or not. I mean, you could probably put your guesses on if he's going to accept it or not. I mean, it's up to you. Will he want to join us, considering he's going to join a weaker side? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. If you want to check out some FIFA Full Team videos, then click on the annotations linked on the screen. You can also check out my other channels, also linked on the screen right now. Until next time, see you later.